Have you ever thought about turning your Cricut hobby into a small business? I'm going to teach you how you can make money by selling your handmade crafts at craft fairs. Craft fairs are a great way to get your name out there and to connect with your local community. Hi, my name is Kerri and my channel is about all things Cricut. But I like to focus on sharing my best-selling Cricut projects and small business tips. Even if you don't have a Cricut machine, you're going to want to watch this video all the way until the end because these craft fair tips are going to be helpful no matter what it is that you're selling. You also might want to grab a pen and a piece of paper and take some notes because I'm going to be sharing a lot of useful information. Let's start off by answering the most basic question, where can I find craft fairs? There are so many places that put on craft fairs throughout the year. The first place that I would look is on Facebook events. In the search bar, you can type in craft fair or vendor fair and see what's in your area. Another great place to search is on Google. I typed in craft fairs near me and a ton of things came up. Churches, coffee shops, ice cream shops are all great places to search for craft fairs. Another great website to check out is called Eventbrite. Just like before, you'll want to type in craft fair or vendor fair into the search bar and see what's available. Network with people that you meet at craft fairs to find out when more are coming up. One thing that I would definitely recommend doing is going and attending some craft fairs before you start applying to some. Check out the craft fairs and farmers markets in your area. This will give you display ideas and it will also show you which booths are busy and which ones are not. Also pay attention to the body language of people. Are people sitting behind their booths in a chair reading a book and ignoring you? Or are they standing up and talking and socializing, being friendly? How will you greet your customers? You could say, hey, my name is Kerri. I make all of this stuff myself. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Be natural, be comfortable. Don't be too pushy. I would just introduce myself and then kind of step back and let people look. I would recommend bringing at least one other person. It's really handy having someone who can process payments and someone who can talk to people. Plus, it's more fun having a friend to hang out with. Listen to your customers for feedback. Sometimes they'll suggest different colors or phrases or ideas that you have never thought about before. Many items that I've added to my shop have been custom orders from people that I just really like their ideas and I decided to make more of. And also remember that you can't please everyone in the world, so don't get too down on yourself if somebody is mean or nasty to you. Just brush off the people who are negative and not there to support you. There are plenty of people in the world who will support you. Try your best. Don't compare yourself to others. It's okay if your craft fair doesn't go as good as you thought it would. Every craft fair that you attend is a new opportunity to meet new people, to network, to grow your business. It's a learning experience. And the more you do it, the easier it will become and the more confident you will get. Last weekend, I stopped by a craft fair that was going on in a mall in my town. I chatted with some of the vendors there and they actually let me take some pictures and videos of their booths so that I could show you guys some really good examples of craft fair booths and to give you some ideas of what a good craft fair table should look like. I'll show you guys their setups in just a few minutes. So once you find a craft fair that you're interested in, you have to fill out an application. Complete your form early and turn in your paperwork on time. Sometimes there'll be multiple people applying to the craft fair and you guys are selling similar things. So if they're going by a first come, first served basis, then they're going to choose a person who applied first. Craft fairs almost always charge a table fee. It varies depending on the location and the popularity. I paid upwards of $100 to attend a craft fair in a really ritzy town in a good location. I've also spent only $10 a table on a craft fair in a different town. It really depends on the location and how much you want to spend. Once you get approved, mark your calendar. You'll probably have about a month to prepare, maybe even less. This can be really overwhelming, especially if you have custom orders to attend to. Get started making products right away. The sooner, the better. Make sure you do your research and see what's trending. Try to plan around holidays, seasons, things like that. You obviously don't want to be selling Christmas merchandise at an Easter event, so use common sense and sell things that are relevant. If you really want to be on top of things, do an inventory list. Write down how much you're selling it for, how much it costs to make, an item description, quantities, so how many of them you have to sell, and calculate the profit, how much money you're making after how much money you've spent on materials and time. This way you can keep track of what's selling good and what's popular, and maybe if something gets stolen, you can also account for that. Now let's talk about how to accept payments at a craft fair. Cash is obvious. You may want a cash box, but most people are not using cash these days. I don't know about you, but I never have cash on me. I only carry my card. So how will you accept credit card payments at a craft fair? I would highly recommend getting yourself a Square credit card reader so that you can accept credit card payments at a craft fair. They are so easy to use. They plug right into your cell phone. I'll leave a link down below in my video description where you can get a free chip reader. I actually have one. I'm going to show you it. So I always keep my Square reader inside of the little change zipper in my wallet because it's about the size of a quarter. It's very small. So you can see a quarter in comparison. And what you do is you take this little card reader and you plug it right into the microphone jack on your phone. So make sure your phone has a microphone jack, and then you can slide your card through. This one is specifically for an Android phone. However, Square does make card readers for Apple. Square has a lot of different ways that you can accept payments. They also have the contactless chip readers. So I'll leave a link down below in my video description where you can get a free chip reader like this. And you can also see more of what Square has to offer in terms of credit card payments. I would recommend bringing some portable chargers. The last thing you want is your phone dying when you're trying to accept credit card payments at your craft fair. In addition to having your Square credit card reader, I would also recommend getting yourself a cash box. You want to look professional and organized and not be digging in your pockets, pulling out wads of change. Make sure you get change in lots of different denominations. I'll tell you, this was a mistake that I made at my first craft fair. I didn't get enough change. I only brought like $10 or $20 in change when I needed a lot more. So during the craft fair, my husband had to run out to the bank. Actually, I don't think he could even go to the bank because they only give out 20s, so he probably had to go to like a gas station or something. I would recommend bringing a bare minimum of $40 in mainly 5s and 1s. And go to the bank during the week so that you can get the smaller denominations because the ATM does not hand them out. The next thing that we're going to talk about is a list of things that you may want to consider buying for your first craft fair. I made an Amazon list full of craft fair essentials. The link is down below in my video description, so make sure you check it out. The first thing you're going to want to buy is definitely a folding table. A standard folding table is 6 feet long. And don't have your whole inventory out on your table. If you're selling 20 cups, don't put 20 cups on your table. Just put out like 5. Then keep the rest under your table. It will look so much cleaner and neater if you only put a few examples out. This will also help people impulse buy because if they think there's only 1 or 2 left and then it's gone, they're going to have to get it right away. Where if they walk by and they see that there's 20 of something for sale, they may be more likely to just keep walking and come back later or forget about it. And to go along with a folding table, you're definitely going to want a tablecloth. I would recommend getting a banquet style tablecloth that goes all the way to the floor so that you can store your items underneath it. This way they're out of sight, out of mind, they're not in the way. Another really cute idea that I've seen people do is get vinyl backdrops that are used for photography. So you can get like a wood grain one that's the same length as your table and put it over the table. These look really pretty and they're waterproof, so if they get wet, it's no big deal. And then the backdrop also doubles as a backdrop that you can use for taking photos of your merchandise. Speaking of photos, I would start taking photos and videos of all of your products, especially while you're making them. This is a great way to show off how handmade your products really are, and a great way to advertise on all of your social media platforms. TikToks are a great way to give your customers a little behind the scenes sneak peek of how your items are made. You can also make money from your views on TikTok and Facebook Reels if you gather enough followers. On TikTok, if you get 10,000 followers and 100,000 views, you can monetize your channel. In Facebook, you can monetize too. I think you need 5,000 followers on your page. I'm monetized on TikTok, but I'm not monetized on Facebook yet. I need 4,000 more followers on my Facebook page. So if you want to help me get my Facebook monetized, go over to Cricketer on Facebook and join my business page. But yeah, you can use that footage while you're making your products and turn them into Instagram Reels, Facebook Stories, Facebook Reels. They call them all different things depending on the platform. They can be YouTube Shorts, they can be TikToks. You can also use these platforms as a way to advertise for your craft fair. So if you have a big following, you can make a little TikTok saying, oh, I have this craft fair coming up. Make sure you come and check me out. Having a good online presence on social media is so important. This is your brand and you need to show it off and gather as many followers and customers as you can. And don't just assume that every craft fair that you apply to will accept you. They may go and look up your small business and see what kinds of things you sell. So you want to have a good online presence so that when people are looking you up, they are impressed and they want to buy your stuff. At the very least, I would recommend starting a Facebook page. Okay, I feel like I'm getting a little off topic. Let's get back to the things that you might want to buy for your very first craft fair. Another thing that I would recommend buying is a canopy. If you plan on doing a lot of craft fairs, some of them may be outside and sometimes the weather might not be good. So a canopy is a great investment. You can buy them with or without the walls. They're a little bit cheaper if you get them without the walls. However, you might want to get them with the walls because if it starts raining and it's windy, the rain can still blow in from the sides if you don't have the walls and get all of your stuff wet and ruined. Canopies are also great during the summer because they help keep you shaded and cool during those hot summer months. Another thing that I would absolutely buy is a folding wagon. A folding wagon is so important for transporting things from your car all the way to the venue. And sometimes the distance between the parking lot and the venue is very far. You may not always have the help of a friend or a family member either, so it helps act as a second set of hands. You also have to carry everything back from the venue to your car when it's over, so having this tool to help you move things from point A to point B is super helpful. I would recommend buying everything foldable when possible. So folding tables, folding wagons, folding shelves, folding chairs, folding canopies. There's a lot of stuff that you need to bring, so it's helpful if you can shrink it down to as small as possible. If you like this video so far and are learning something new, I would love if you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your notification bells so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. Another thing that I would recommend buying is banners and business cards. Craft fairs are a great place to advertise your small business and get your brand out there. Display your business logo with business cards and a banner. Keep business cards at the front of the table so that shoppers can grab them easily and not have to awkwardly ask you for them. If you don't have business cards yet, I would recommend making them on Canva or Vistaprint. I started off with 500 business cards and they lasted me about a year and a half before I had to go and order more. I always stuck one business card inside of the gift bag that went along with the item that I was selling. Another really great business card alternative is something called a POPL, P-O-P-L. It's like a little sticker that attaches right to the back of your phone and it holds all of your business card information. You can tap it to someone else's phone and it sends all of your business card information right over to their phone. You can even customize your POPL with a picture or your logo, or they have some really pretty basic designs like gems. They have a wide range of products too. They have an Apple Watch band, custom badges, stickers, keychains, and so much more. Make sure you have your logo visible. A banner is a great thing to put on the front of your table to display your business name. You can also take banners and use them as a backdrop attached to your canopy. You're also going to want to display what's unique or special about your brand. Tell people that it's handmade right in your town. With everything being made in China these days, people love to buy things that are local and homemade. This makes you more unique than someone who's buying wholesale from AliExpress. Signs are another great way to decorate your table and advertise. Some sign ideas could be made local, handmade, or thank you for supporting my small business. You can make these pretty easily with a Cricut machine or a printer and a frame. Creative Fabrica also has some amazing social media templates that would be great to put on a table. Things that have like QR codes and follow me on Instagram, TikTok, that kind of stuff. If you're looking for a great deal on Creative Fabrica, you can go down below to my video description and get a free trial of Creative Fabrica for 1 month. This free trial gives you 10 free downloads, and then after that, you can renew your subscription for just $9 a month. Another thing that you'll want to purchase or download is order forms, receipts, and inventory lists. Creative Fabrica has some great craft fair planners that you can download. These will help you stay organized and professional. The order forms are super handy if you take custom orders. I really like these receipt pads on Amazon because you can give your customer a receipt and also have a copy for yourself. Let's talk display fixtures. Your displays and appearances really matter. You want to look professional, presentable, and have eye-catching displays. This is not a tag sale. Don't lay everything flat on your table or put a blanket on the ground. You want people to be able to walk by your booth and scan with their eyes up and down and side to side and see all kinds of great things for sale. You can buy or make your own displays to showcase your products at different eye levels. Prop things up, hang them on pegs, put things on tiered shelves. If you sell jewelry, get a jewelry display to hang up your jewelry. You can get creative. You can use bowls or baskets or crates. Always have your items nicely placed. Don't just throw your shirts on the table and have people dig through them. Get a rack and hang things up, or fold them nicely according to size. Make sure you pay attention to your sizes when ordering your display items on Amazon because some things may look bigger than they actually are. So always pay attention to the dimensions and always order in advance in case shipping takes longer than expected. I don't know if I'm the only one who has noticed this lately, but Amazon used to be 1 day, next day shipping, and so many times now it takes like 1 to 2 weeks to get my items. The next thing on my list of things that you should buy for your craft fair is bags, boxes, and tissue paper. When you buy something at the store, you expect the cashier to take your item and place it into a bag and hand it to you. This is what you should also be doing with your craft fair. Your customer doesn't want to be walking around the craft fair with tons of stuff in their arms. So give them a bag. And if you sell things that are fragile like wine glasses, make sure you get tissue paper and wrap them up good before you hand them to your customer because you obviously don't want them to break. You'll also want to get yourself some things to price your items with. So that may be price tags or stickers or a sign with prices. You can buy tags and stickers on Amazon or you can make them yourself with your Cricut machine. It's really awkward to have to ask somebody how much they're selling their things for. Many people would rather just walk away instead of ask for a price. You want to have everything that you're selling clearly labeled. And don't let people haggle with you and try to offer you less than you have listed on your price tag. Set firm prices and stick with it. Professionally and politely say, no, this is what the prices are and they are not subject to change. Don't sell yourself short and let people take advantage of you. Another great idea is to have a raffle. You can give away a free cup, shirt, stuffed animal, anything you want. This is a great way to showcase your merchandise and also to grow your email list. An email list is an incredibly powerful tool for you. If Instagram crashed or you got kicked out of your Facebook account tomorrow, how many followers would you be able to connect with? Amazon sells these cute little raffle cards. They ask for the customer's name, phone number, and email address. So you could raffle off a free shirt at your craft fair, have people fill out the raffle card to enter, and then you get access to their name, phone number, and email address that you can then save in your email list. You can use that email list to send out weekly or monthly newsletters. You can email out coupons, whatever you want to stay in touch with your following. Another item that I would put on your shopping list is hand sanitizer and Lysol wipes. It's 2023. I don't think we really have to elaborate on this one too much. Lots of sickness, illness, people touching things. Try to keep everything clean and sanitary. I would keep a box on hand with a few basic things. I would have pens, Sharpies, extra business cards, hand sanitizer, tape, extension cords. Let's talk about some other things to consider when planning your craft fair. Make a packing list the day before you go with everything that you're gonna need so you don't forget. You also want to know how long it's going to take you to set everything up. So this is why practicing at home beforehand is important. Read all the details from the vendor event organizer. Don't be late and try not to be too stressed out. Figure out how much you want to bring to the craft fair. The first craft fair I did, I brought literally my entire craft room. It looked like I was moving into a new house. I went way above and beyond. I wouldn't bring everything. I would maybe bring 5 to 10 of everything, your best sellers. And invite everybody you know, because the more people you have coming to your craft fair, especially the people who already like you, the better chance you'll have at selling your items. So tell all of your friends, family, Facebook, Instagram, wherever your social media following is, get the word out there. One good idea is to schedule your friends and family to visit your booth like every hour, because if you constantly have people coming up to your booth and making it look busy, then more people are going to be like, ooh, what's over there? Why is everybody gathering at that table? I want to see what they have. So it just attracts more people to your table. You should find out if they have internet or look into getting a hotspot, a mobile hotspot on your phone. Now that we've talked about everything else, don't forget that self-care is also important. Bring a folding chair for you and anybody else who is coming to help because you don't want to be on your feet all day long. Make sure you bring snacks and drinks so you're not starving halfway through and needing to run out and get lunch. Wear comfortable shoes. It may be tempting to wear your cute heels, but you're going to be on your feet for hours. And if you must wear those cute heels, just pack a pair of sneakers in your car. If you're going to be outside on a hot sunny day, make sure you wear sunblock, bring a hat or sunglasses, especially if you don't have a canopy or a tent. It may be hard when you're excited and the nerves kick in, but try to go to bed early and get a good night's sleep. Wake up and eat a good breakfast, drink a lot, stay hydrated. You can't help others if you're not helping yourself first. I would also load up your vehicles the night before and not the day of, because that's just more stress. You want to get everything packed away the night before. The only thing I wouldn't put in the car the night before is your cash box. Make sure you lock your car, because I live in a nice area and I just had someone break into my car. But I can't really say break in because I didn't lock the car, but somebody went through my car in the middle of the night. So you never know, just lock everything up, be safe. With the way the world is right now and how expensive everything is getting from inflation, it's more important than ever to have multiple streams of income. A Cricut machine is a great way to do that. If you want to learn more about how you can make money working from home with your Cricut machine, then check out the playlist on my YouTube channel. I have a ton of videos talking about my best sellers, what I sold, how much money I sold them for, all kinds of small business tips.